Are you satisfied with the work that the police and the prosecutor's office is doing as far as the investigation?
To be honest, I think so, because they can't really tell us much what they're doing. We just want Dulce to come back. That's the only thing that it matters. I'm trying to be strong for my son and for my other daughter.
Are you any closer to finding Dulce today than you were a year ago?
The evidence that we've garnered has brought us closer to doing that.
Real quick, shout out to Truth Media. I just realized that my mic was off all that time. I did all that talking and my mic was off. But yeah, go ahead and let me know in the chat room that you're in the room. I'm sharing this video that I just ran into. It's from Truth for Media. Truth for Reality. He dropped this video in this article that I ran into as well about this little girl's body that was found out in Mexico. And I'm blessing the airwaves with my presence and sharing this information real quick. All right, go ahead and continue playing the video.
The Cumberland County prosecutor says hundreds if not
thousands of tips have poured in, and they've looked into and ruled out many vehicles seen in the area that day.
This is someone's child. This is someone's grandchild.
What concerns them is getting Dulce Maria Alavez back to her family.
Shout out to Truth
Now,
for Reality.
if you're just tuning in and you don't know who Dulce Maria is, she actually vanished on September 16th of 2019 while she was attending the park with her mother, her aunt, and her brother. She has been missing for approximately 1 year, 3 months, and 26 days. Dulce was actually on the playground with her brother, but her mother was allegedly inside of the car, scratching off lottery tickets and helping her little sister do her homework. Now, when the report was initially released and the Amber Alert was released, they said that she was allegedly taken by someone who was driving a red van. The area was searched in and around the park. There were thousands of officers on the job while they were doing this, but still, through all the searching, no sign of Dulce Maria. Later on, a few months had passed and they released a sketch of a person of interest. Now, to the best of my knowledge, the person in the sketch was never identified. No one came forward. Throughout the course of the investigation, police received tips that basically sent them on a wild goose chase all around this country. Still, no sign of Dulce Maria. Now, at the same time, with the tips flying in, there were actually people being misleading, writing letters, etc. But it all chalked up to be, yes, a wild goose chase again. Now, before I continue with the update, let me start by saying I believe that it is very fucked up that her face is not plastered all around the media and all around poster boards around America, because she has been missing for a year and still not found. They have managed to sweep this under the rug and make this no more than a bad memory to the people of the public. Now, if the officers of New Jersey don't want to do their job, I feel like it's only right that you people release the reports and release all of the other information that you have not released due to it being an ongoing investigation. If you're not going to do your job, hand that paperwork over to people who are actually going to try. I would love to get my hands on that paperwork, but due to it being an ongoing investigation, they're not releasing much at all. Matter of fact, they're not releasing anything except tiny bits and pieces of what they've already ruled out, which makes absolutely no sense to me. Now, moving forward, there have been some things to surface, and the first thing that I'm going to show you is a series of pictures that people believe are allegedly Dulce Maria herself. Now, the source that I obtained these photos from did not specifically say what area or region that these pictures were taken in, but when I do look at the pictures,
let me know in the comment section, y'all think that looks like little Dulce Maria Alavez. Talk about it.
I do see a resemblance. Now, upon inspecting the videos, I don't believe that this is Dulce. What do you guys think? Make sure you leave your feedback in the comments. However, I am going to elaborate on why I feel like this isn't her. The first being that this child actually looks around age 9 or 10, which is too old to be Dulce Maria. Now, it's no secret that when children disappear and end up in a home of another person being raised, the first thing that they actually do is brainwash the child into believing that either their captor is actually their mother, their father, their protector, or they brainwash them into believing that their parents are gone altogether. Now, most of brainwashing consists of suppressing memories, basically putting all those memories in the back of your mind. But here's the problem with brainwashing. Doing something like going to the beach where there's families around, laughter, brothers, sisters playing, these are actually the type of things that trigger those memories to come back to the forefront. And in a situation like playing on the beach, that would have triggered those memories easy. She could have ran. And you know, on the other hand, some people will say, well, maybe she's afraid and her captor has her scared to leave, which is also a possibility. I don't believe that that's the circumstance here, because when you study the photo, you see that there is someone laying down in front of her that looks to be Caucasian. I'm not sure if they're together or not. And there's a gentleman to the right, and also there's a female to the bottom right of the corner. Now, if you're actually a captor and you have someone kidnapped at a beach, you're going to pick a secluded area where it's you and nobody else around you. You're not really going to put that person in the general population of everyone else at the beach. Now, my last pet peeve would actually be, again, it's a beach. It's full of people. I mean, that's the type spot, if you take someone that's kidnapped, someone there is going to notice that little girl. And that just makes me feel like that this is no more than, you know, a lookalike. Please leave your feedback in the comments on these photos. Now, if you know the origin of these photos.
Me personally, I just think that that particular little girl happens to look like Dulce. But in my opinion, that little girl in this picture is too big for it to be Dulce. I know that Dulce didn't grow that fast. With the gentleman, nothing more.
Please let me know. I would love to know where these photos came from. These photos were actually emailed to me, so I don't know what year they were taken. I don't know where they were taken. So I would love to know the origin. Now, moving forward, while I was searching for an update and looking for any more information that has been released, I ran across a news article in Mexico. Now, in the article, it says that a young girl whose body was found in a cooler in August was saved from being buried in an anonymous grave. Now, the police did release a sketch of the Jane Doe that they found. You know that they don't release the real photos.
Now, who does that? Why, you know what I mean, we're gonna dig into this article. Why would they find this name? Who said? I mean, they know something we don't know. But yeah, we're gonna dig into that here in a minute.
Nowadays, they just draw a picture of how they were found. Now, they say that the girl appears to be between the ages of 5 and 10 years old. Now, after identified upon inspection of the body, the police did say that they found obvious signs of trauma. Their statement was later redacted. They took it back. They said that she actually died from pulmonary sepsis. Now, the thing about this Jane Doe is that no one ever came forward to claim the body. They searched the local area in Mexico itself. They never tried reaching out to the United States of America. Again, this body was discovered in August of 2020. They held on to the body for about 4 months until finally they just chalked it up to nobody's coming forward for this little girl. So the people in the town actually decided to bury her themselves so she wouldn't have to have such a sad funeral or a sad grave. Now, when you bury people, you do not bury them under Jane Doe unless the government does it themselves. So they decided to give the little girl a name. And guess what they named this little girl? Dulce Maria. Could it possibly be a coincidence? It could be. But it just bothers me about the details that surround this to begin with. The little girl was found inside of a cooler in August of 2020. No one came forward to claim the body, nor did they cross-reference it with American news. And after staring at the picture of the Jane Doe itself, the sketch, it actually resembles her. Now, the next thing that people will want to bring to the forefront is, what about national databases? We all know that when people go missing, they are placed inside of a database. But what you need to understand is that that national database is ran by our government in the United States of America. Now, the thing with these national databases run by our government is that other countries do not have access to this because it would be a security threat. So when they found a girl in Mexico, they could only look in their database and cross-reference it with little girls missing there. They didn't find a match. Now, I'm pretty sure that when Mexico released the body over to the people of the orphanage who actually wanted to bury the Jane Doe, the search ended there and probably ended weeks before they even turned over the body. Now, I'm uploading this to get feedback from everyone. How do you feel? Do you feel like that this Jane Doe sketch is a resemblance to Dulce Maria? And I'll say that one thing that actually popped out at me was the resemblance of how they drew the ear. That looks mighty similar to the shape of Dulce Maria's ear herself. Now, I'm not saying that this is 100% her. This could be a mere coincidence. But I do feel like it's significant enough to bring it to the public and have other people's perspective. Me, honestly, is never going to sit right with me that they found a Jane Doe in August of last year inside of a cooler. No one ever came forward to claim the body, and they buried this girl as Dulce Maria, which just so happens to be the same name as a girl missing from New Jersey in America. That just doesn't sit right with me. Like I said, could be coincidence, but everything in me is telling me it's a little bit more than that. If you too feel like this information needs to be shared with the public, make sure you share the video. Share it outside of YouTube so others can get their hands on this knowledge, because it's something that should have blown up the minute they found her. And it's like, it's buried in the internet. I literally had to search forever before I even ran across it. Leave your feedback. What do you guys think happened to Dulce Maria? I want to know, what are your thoughts out there? How do you feel about this situation? Not just about the information that I brought forward in this video, but altogether, where is your mind at? Do you have a person of interest?
All right. You have a person of interest? Have something. Crazy, right? Crazy how we haven't heard this, right? Why is it that no one's talking about this article here about this little Mexican girl that was found? It was really good. Why didn't the authorities, U.S. government, check out our national database like my man said? What's really going on? Remember a while back when I did the video on Bill Gates and the connections with Bill Gates to this? I'm telling you that there's more than meets the eye when it comes to this case. Please welcome Peachy. Welcome to my world here on YouTube. Yeah, we're talking about the little girl that's been missing out of Bristol, Jersey. Yeah, this dude just dropped this video. It was rather interesting. And this article that this little girl that was found in Mexico, how they just she was unidentified. She was a Jane Doe, and they buried her. The community did buried her and named her Dulce. Article. I'm gonna come back with my co-host break down this article, open this thing up for discussion. It's been a while since I've been on. Beginning of this thing, I did a whole bunch of talking and my mic was off. Yeah, I'm back at a half. Dig into this. Alright? That said, my good people, sure that you're subscribed and that bell was checked off, like that you're notified, because I'm random. Saying I just come on here whenever I come on here. This information was kind of like interesting to me, and do my research on this. We come back on co-host, dig into it. So, you know what I'm saying? Be sure that you're linked, subscribed, and checked off like that. With that said, I'm gone, my good people. In a minute. But yeah, I just wanted to share that video real fast. I just seen it myself. It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Article more. That said, my good people, I'll catch y'all on the next one. Make sure that y'all subscribed and that bell was it checked off like that. You know when I come on. Like I said, I'm random. Very random. Yeah. One love, I'm gone.